So what types of job perks and benefits do you expect either when looking for a job or at the job that you currently work? Health insurance, paid vacations? Well, what if I told you that there were certain companies that offered things like nap time, haircuts, or free on-site laundry, just to name a few? You would probably think that I was making this up. However, today I'll be talking to you about 5 different companies and how they're going above and beyond when it comes to job benefits for employees. So today I'll describe some of the top companies to work for and what they're doing to boost employees' happiness and productivity when it comes to benefits. So since I'm a business major, I'm always interested in how you can make a business more profitable and more efficient. Not to mention, working for one of these companies might just be my dream job. Not just because of the benefits that I would receive, but primarily because of the principles that these companies operate on. So first I'll explain for you what a standard employee can expect when it comes to benefits. Then I'll go over these 5 companies and what they're doing in terms of employee benefits. And lastly, I'll tie this all together and explain for you why an employer would want to offer such crazy benefits. So this is what a standard employee can expect when it comes to job benefits. On average, employees can expect 10 paid holidays per year, 9.4 vacation days after a year of service with the company, and 75% of companies are now offering health insurance, but most of them do require an employee contribution to get that perk. So now that you understand what a standard company offers when it comes to benefits, I'd like to show you these 5 different companies and what they're doing to go way above and beyond this. So the 5 companies that I'll be focusing on today are Zappos, Wegmans, Timberland, GoDaddy, and Google. So starting with Zappos. Zappos is an online shoe retailer. I'm sure many of you have heard of them or maybe even purchased something from them. And they encourage their employees' creativity with the motto of create fun and a little weirdness. For example, if you've ever purchased anything from Zappos, you don't get that standard email of dear valued customer. They might say something like, hey, those were some pretty awesome shoes you bought. They even have a Hero of the Month program where each month employee names are put into a drawing and a winner is announced via a mini parade with I Need a Hero playing on a rolling stereo. The employee gets a cape to wear to work for the month, a covered parking spot, and a $150 gift card. So as you can see, Zappos is taking the monotony out of everyday office life. The next company is Wegmans, who they're a supermarket chain. They're located primarily on the East Coast. You may have never heard of them before. But they offer their employees Christmas coupons around the holidays for things like turkey and ham, ensuring that their employees never have a hungry holiday. They also encourage a healthy life and work balance by offering discounted rates to movie theaters, ski slopes, and more. Now, Timberland is a shoe company. They make those construction-type boots. I'm sure many of you have seen them before. And they encourage their employees to get out into the community and volunteer their time. In fact, Timberland offers 40 hours of paid volunteer time per year. And this chart just shows that 75% of their employees have taken advantage of this opportunity by volunteering at least 1 hour of their time per year. Next is GoDaddy, which is an internet domain company, and they're encouraging their employees to get out into the real world and do team building activities, such as whitewater rafting or trapeze work. So it's definitely a day out of the office. And these are paid activities that you go out during the week instead of working a 9 to 5, you actually do something like this for the day. And it shows their employees team building and helps them get out in the real world and working together, much like how they'll have to do in the office. Now, I've saved the best for last, as Google does all that and more when it comes to employee benefits. Now, Google offers things like if you've been hunched over your chair all day and you really need to, relax, you can go and check in and get a massage, which on your birthday is actually complimentary. Or let's say you need to make a phone call and just get away from everyone, you need a quiet area. You can step into one of these cubes on the top left, which are all themed differently, and just make a quick phone call or get something done, just kind of get away from it all for a moment. Or lastly, if you didn't get enough sleep the night before, you can go into one of these Google napping pods, which come equipped with classical headphones right inside, and just zone out for a couple hours. On top of this, they have a gym on site. They offer haircuts. You can drop your laundry off before you go to work and pick it up at the end of the day. So most of your daily chores and activities you can get done while you're in the workplace. So I'm sure you're wondering why an employer would want to offer such crazy perks to their employees. Well, companies have found that offering such unusual and extreme benefits actually benefits them, because employers are willing to work harder and be more productive for your company, and it helps boost their morale. When employees feel like they're being taken care of and their needs are met, they're willing to work harder for you, put in the extra time, and it just might be that decision of choosing job A or job B. If the salary is pretty competitive and comparable, the benefits might just be that extra thing that makes you take one job over another. So as you can see, employers aren't just offering the basics when it comes to employee perks anymore, and I hope that a job in your future contains many of these great benefits today. Thank you.
Well, I like the rhetorical question and the examples that you listed at the beginning. You kind of introduced the topic clearly. It felt a little bit like the preview is expanded more than it needs to be, but everything is set up pretty clearly. All the content has been well prepared. There aren't any citations of the source material, but it sounds like it's pretty straightforward kind of stuff. If we were working more on the content issues, I'd be a little bit concerned about the absence of citation on the material. The visual factors for the presentation, everything is very solid. The only thing that I have a minor issue with is that you do have a tendency to turn toward the screen while you're speaking, and I know that you're using it, some of it, to remind you about what you're talking about, because you're not overly reliant on your notes that are in your hand, but you do tend to turn toward the screen every time you have a new idea that you're talking about, and it does take you a little bit out of the speech, but it's a minor quibble. The vocal part of the presentation was all very solid, and everything seemed to be well prepared. All right, thank you.